Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. Glad to have you joining me this afternoon. This is a new afternoon version of our show because we have a lot of information we're bringing you throughout the day here from Houston Community College. We have a show in the morning at 10 a.m., and this is our new afternoon edition. And we've got some special guests joining me now. The High-Tech Texan, Michael Garfield from 950 KPRC. Michael, thanks for being here this afternoon. Michael, we're going to get to you in a few moments. We're going to be talking about some live streaming options for you out there. If you're at home, you're bored, you're wondering what you do, well, we've got the answers for you today from the High-Tech Texan. But first, we're joined by Carolina Linares. And Carolina, thanks again for being here. You're one of our students at HCCTV, and you're a student at Houston Community College as well. You are from Columbia as well. And right now, the strange part about it is you went on a spring break and you got stuck. Where are you? What's going on?
So, yeah, you're correct, Todd. I decided to come to Indiana, Columbus, Indiana, to visit my mom and my sister. This was before spring break, like the Friday before.
Right.
And the plan was to go back to Houston. I knew that everything was going to be remote because things started to get weird, but I had to cancel my flight because it was a lot of danger for me and for everyone that I was going to meet in the airport. So I decided to cancel my flight, and I don't have anything planned yet. I don't know until when I'm gonna go back to
Right.
Houston. So I'm working with you guys at HCCTV remotely, and I'm gonna start taking my classes on Monday
Now
as
we're
well.
showing a video that you produced for us, and there's some empty streets right here. You got out and shot this last week, or tell me about the video itself.
Yes, this was last week. It was I haven't seen the streets so empty. And I wanted to show to the students and well everyone from HCC how over here in Columbus they're taking this so serious. So they did a lockdown. Everyone's staying at home, and I only see people just going out for some exercise, jogging. But other than that, only going for groceries and the essentials. But the streets are empty. These places are usually crowded at this time. This was like at 5 in the evening, so no one's going to work. At 5, everyone just gets out and I don't know, go to restaurants or bars. But
Wow.
this was empty. So it's a lot like a ghost town for me.
Yeah, and it's kind of the same way here in Houston. So your personal experience, you went up there in spring break. You're stuck up there now, and was there a time where you're wondering, what am I going to do? How am I going to get through the semester? Will I be able to get through this semester? Were those questions going through your mind?
Oh, absolutely. And I have my sister here. She's also a student at HGC, so we have been monitoring the situation. I go to the HGC website daily because there's an update for students and as well for staff. So at the beginning, I thought I was going to go to Houston, and at least I have, well, it's my home. I can settle my computer and everything. So they open so many online resources for us as students, so that makes me feel a lot more comfortable because professors are reaching out to us a lot. So they already sent to us how we're going to meet online at the same time we were scheduled to go face to face. And well, like the resources such as I use a lot the Adobe Suite. So HTC made that available for us. So since I do most of my stuff on the computer, it's a relief for me because I have all of these resources. So I'm positive that I'm going to be finishing my semester, and hopefully I'm going to be graduating on May because it's the last semester for me.
Boy, this couldn't have happened at a worse time for you with all this uncertainty that's going on right now. But I'm happy to say, Carolina, not only are you back online studying, but you're also back online working for us at HCCTV while you're doing this remotely. Tell us about, I mean, you went out and shot this story for us a couple of days, and you're completing your assignments for us online.
Yes, well, technology, it's amazing how we can use my phone. I don't have the equipment that we use at the HCCTV, everything, the cameras, the tripods and everything. So I have my phone over here, so we're making the best of it. I did it by myself. I had the help of my sisters being on camera and stuff like that
Yeah.
because I don't want to like go interview someone else. We're we're following everything so strictly. We're staying at home. Only one person goes out for the groceries. And right now we're working on some things from home. So all the following videos that people are going to be looking at are going to be mostly from the house, inside the house and all that.
Well, I'm impressed that you're shooting everything with your iPhone, but I'm sure the guy who's not impressed with that, Michael Garfield, you're I guess you're not surprised with the technology she's using because we're really there already.
Technology actually has been around a while. You know, we're so used to doing things old school, Todd. You and I going to physical classes back in the day.
I know.
And nowadays you don't need to. Online classes have been around a while. HCC does it very, very well, but it looks like so many kids, a majority of the kids around the country are using these online resources. And just like Carolina, you don't need to physically be in Houston, enrolled in Houston Community College. He's doing it in Indiana Community College.
Yeah, and shooting with an iPhone. Carolina, you continue to impress us here. Before you go, I do want to show one other thing here because you are a renowned artist as well. And we've got some pictures that you have. Now tell us about these pictures I'm going to show because these are vinyl wall art that you have on display at the West Houston Institute.
Yes, that's correct, Todd. So before the internship that I'm doing right now at HCCTV, I was hired from the West Institute, and it was from a grant that they had from the Verizon Foundation, and they decided to create something that was gonna promote STEM careers.
Right.
So I was able to use the makerspace over there. They had the vinyl machine, the vinyl cutter. So I designed all of this with a lot of collaboration from the library as well. They were critiquing and giving me some ideas to go on and design it, and then I had to cut it. So in the makerspace, it made it so easier for me. They have it's no longer the 48 inches, so we had to cut it in a lot of pieces and then put it together. Like you see, there's a lot of collaboration on the cutting and removing some pieces of the vinyl, and then we put it there at the third floor. So everyone who goes to the West Houston Institute, you're welcome to go to the third floor and check this out.
So check it out. Sooner or later, folks, you know, we're going to get through all of this and we're going to be back in those buildings. We just don't know when yet, but we're making our course load online for our students. And, you know, we're starting this on Monday. Are you ready to start on Monday online with all your classes, Carolina?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm ready to get in touch with my professors because this is going to be interesting. I have some online and face-to-face classes, but the face-to-face classes are a lot of group projects. So it's going to be difficult, but I hope we're going to make it work.
Well, we certainly want to keep you on track for graduating as well. You know,
yes.
You're doing a great job here for us at HCCTV, and we appreciate the work you're doing. Keep up the good work. I want to see some more creative things that you're doing out there, and I know you've got some other stories lined up. So, folks, you'll see a lot more from Carolina here. Her first story is currently in our social media. You can find it on our YouTube channel and also on the HCC District Facebook page. Carolina, thank you for joining us on the show this afternoon, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much, Todd, for the invitation.
Absolutely. And next time we get you on, I want to talk to you about your relatives in Colombia and talk about how they're dealing with this crisis as well. That's another fascinating story, and it's certainly a story to tell. So next time, let's get you back on maybe next week, and let's talk about your relatives and get some pictures for us as well.
Oh, absolutely, Todd. There's a lot to talk about that. There are some other international students as well working with us, so we're going to have a lot of content to show to you.
That sounds great. Carolina Linares, a production assistant here at HCCTV and international student, proud student of Houston Community College. Thanks again for being here.
Absolutely, Todd.
Now we have the High-Tech Texan himself. Of course, Houston Community College has a partnership with 950 KPRC radios, the High-Tech Texan, Michael Garfield, in the house online today. Welcome again, Michael.
Hey, if only the TV could see what we're wearing outside of the camera view. There's the secret that nobody knows about.
Yeah, well, it's not really a secret because all the anchormen wear shorts. A lot of them do. You know, the first TV job I had was for a small TV station in Northwest Houston. It was called TV 10, and
Right.
it was a local community station. And I remember meeting the anchor. His name's Dave Rankin. He's in the world of radio. He's very popular up in Dallas. But Dave Rankin used to wear shorts, and he'd wear a suit and tie. So when I got in the newsroom the first day, I meet this guy wearing shorts and glasses, and he's got a T-shirt on at the time. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the 5 o'clock anchor." I said, "Yeah, right, dude." And that's where they were wearing shorts. So yeah, we both, know the secrets of TV news anchors and people on TV.
Yeah, I got a swimsuit on right now. It's gorgeous outside, and so once we finish this, I will be secluded, alone, no one near me at the pool. But you have to have a balance of, and that we're going to talk about that, staying inside and not leaving. And certainly there's entertainment options, but if you could just seclude yourself, go outside. It's a beautiful day in the Houston area. Just keep away from people.
Yeah, I've been getting out to Memorial Park every day. It's kind of surreal in the mornings because it's nice and cool, at least this time of year. It gets hot later in the day. But there aren't a lot of people in the mornings. In the afternoons, it's crowded. It's crazy as heck out there. So but people seem to be keeping their social distance. And I don't know, Michael, maybe you've noticed it too, because I noticed you've gotten out to pick up some food and go to the grocery. But people seem to be a bit nicer right now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
They're nicer because there's no reason to create enemies. There's no reason to act, cause any ruckus anywhere. But the fact is, this is a bonding experience.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I run like you on a regular basis. I've got a beautiful trail, and normally 365 days a year, I'm one of the few people out there. You look at night right now, because the nights are relatively cool. I've never seen more people out exercising, which is great to exercise. And it's nice that they're trying to social distance, get 6, 10, 20 feet away. But I see families getting together, doing things. I'm spending time with my kids, probably more than they want, but it's a way for bringing things together.
Absolutely. Now, as we're all bringing things together, a lot of us are trapped indoors. People are finding more things online now to watch. I got to tell you, I've been watching stuff on Netflix, and we watched The Tiger King.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Crazy show. It's crazy. That's all I can say. And it took me about 2 episodes to get into it, and it's only like a 5-episode series. But it takes you a couple episodes to get into it. It's totally worth it. It's crazy. It's like Jerry Springer on steroids, and throw in Animal Planet as well. But it's a great show, and that's just one of the things that are out there on Netflix. What platforms have deals right now, and which ones are you suggesting?
Well, I want to make sure that we're talking apples and oranges over here. There's streaming, as we know, which is not your linear television where you go up, turn the remote control on because you pay for Xfinity or you pay for AT&T satellite services. You have a smartphone. If you have a smart TV now with that internet connection, you actually can download movies, binge watch, like you said, that crazy show. But there's live TV streaming services. So let me focus on that. This is live TV. So no more if you have a very high cable bill or whatever bill, $200, but you still want to watch your ABC, CBS, NBC, your local channels. You can get live streaming services. And I have a rundown, and I talk about this on my radio show, which I will do tomorrow, free plug at 11 o'clock on 9:50 a.m. KPRC, where I answer live questions on the show, but I'll rank them too. Now, these are services, live streaming services that you've probably heard of. Let's start with YouTube TV. There's Sling TV. There's AT&T Watch TV. There's Hulu Plus TV. These are the ones that have 40 or 50 channels that you can watch. Food Network, AMC, the local affiliates. These cost money. These cost anywhere from, right now, you're going to find deals. You're going to find a 2-week free deal, which I'll tell you about in a second. But monthly, they're anywhere between $25 to $50 or so. In my opinion, non-endorsement opinion, pound for pound, I'm a sports fan. You have to look at the channels before you decide which service to see if that's what you like. But YouTube TV for $50 a month really has a robust lineup of about 70 channels. And again, they have ESPN, ESPN2. There's a lot of sports going on, but year-round basis, I'm kind of a YouTube TV guy as the live streaming service.
Right. So if you're looking at those, it sounds like you get yourself some good Wi-Fi in your house, get a good service for that. And then, right now, I hate to say, I'm not going to say which service because I'm not happy with them, but they just out of the blue just raised my bill like $50 bucks a month. So I'm looking at alternate ways because I went to them and said, you know what? I'm thinking of dropping your service and going somewhere else. They said, okay, thanks. We appreciate you being a customer. Didn't do anything to help me out. And they're one of the major 3-letter services out there right now. But I'll tell you, so I'm out there looking for different things that are available right now and looking for various options. And it may just go in. There were years where I didn't have cable. I had just a cell phone and I had the Wi-Fi, and we just surfed the web, and we were fine for about 3 or 4 years that way. So we moved in a building where you couldn't get good reception for regular TV. So it seems like, though, there are a lot more options. You didn't have YouTube TV. What other option besides YouTube would you give as your second best?
You know what? Right now, it's funny because daily I'm getting emails and I'm getting press releases from companies who want you to try their services. Let me give you a stat first. Since I'm going to go say the middle of March right now, once we've all been relatively quarantined to our home, and I'm looking at numbers over here, online viewership, streaming services have gone up about 60 to 70% across the country. This is such a boon. It's the phenomenal news for online streamers. There are also individual streaming services. Listen, we know about Netflix, we know about Amazon, but for a while now, HBO has had an app called HBO Now. It's about $15 a month, and you can watch anything that HBO has, from the famous comedies like Curb Your Enthusiasm to all of their movies. They have seen HBO's streaming service has surged 40%. It's the highest numbers HBO Now has had since last summer right now, because they're binge watching. And so we're seeing Amazon TV or Amazon Prime Video. We're seeing Netflix jump up. Again, these aren't that live TV services like I told you, but these are those classic movies and classic TV shows and original first-run shows. And so real quickly to decide, do you want to spend $8 a month on Disney Plus? Do you want to spend Apple TV Plus? Because you start adding these things up, Todd, and it's going to get expensive. Look online at some of their content. Go through some of the movies. Yeah, it's some good catalogs. That's the one you want to spend time on. And to your problem, to your issue is you want to get a provider, an internet service provider, that is going to give you relatively high speed, that does not jack up that price right now. But the thing is, though, you can get internet only instead of the internet plus cable or internet plus satellite. That's going to lower your cost. But again, just don't start adding on all of these monthly services like Disney, Amazon, or Netflix, because it's going to get you back up to that same price. Pick what you want to watch.
Yeah, you make a good point, because $15 here, $7 there, $10 there. Next thing you know, you got $170 a month bill for cable and streaming services, or just streaming services I guess you could have got through a cable for the same price.
Well, that's exactly right. Now, here, let me give you a few things that I've seen in the past 24 to 48 hours that have some really good deals. Sling TV, which is different from Slingbox, but that was years ago. Sling TV, it's an online live streaming service. They offer about 45 channels. They have several levels. They call it Sling Blue, Sling Orange, and it goes up, and it generally starts at $25 to $30 a month. Now, a lot of these services have a free 7-day trial.
Yeah.
So you put your credit card in. I don't mind that, but sometimes you forget your credit cards in, and then you forget charged. Sling TV is doing something pretty sharp right now. I saw as of today, if you go to slingtv.com, you can sign up for 2 free weeks. No credit card required.
Wow.
And see how that works. And we're going to see a lot more of these companies doing this because they want to lure you. It's a loss leader time right now. Once we lure you in, because we know so many people are at home watching this, they probably will say, hey, this is so easy. I've never tried this. It was for free. It didn't cost me anything, including my credit card number.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start the service. So I like what Sling TV does, but there's also some 100% free streaming services too, year round. Not going to give you as robust content, but one, it's called Tubi, Tubi. This is making inroads because not long ago, Fox bought them for about $400 million.
Wow.
So they've got a lot of the Fox content, the Fox TVs, the Fox movie. It is absolutely free if you just go right now and download the Tubi app, Tubi. You can watch it on your phone, but also if you've got the Android TV or the Apple TV, get the Tubi app also. The reason it's free? It's advertiser supported. I think people will agree. They'll sit through some ads to make something for free. There's one more called Pluto. Pluto's been around a while. Pluto TV, 100% free. My opinion, they don't have the best content. They've got tens, if not hundreds of thousands of older movies and over TV shows. So if you just dig around and pair around, there are ways to actually do this on the cheap. If not, my favorite four-letter word, FREE.
You know, and this is a time where a lot of folks, including a lot of us, are cutting back on our expenses because of uncertain financial times that we're headed into. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are unemployment. So these services, it seems like this is the right time for them if they want to get their product out there, offer it for free or at a deep discount without asking for a credit card, because people are needing the help and they are looking for entertainment while we're all stuck inside.
In my opinion right now, this is the time that these companies really need to have heart and empathy.
Yeah.
And I personally am seeing this. I mean, I saw something today that Fort Bend County here in Houston, for some reason you lost your job due to COVID-19. Your water, your electricity will not be turned off for a minimum of 6 months. There's some empathy over there. Flipping to these, actual, businesses and companies who are for profit, from, the Disneys, the Netflix, the AT&Ts, or the Xfinities. They should be hopefully lenient with your bills, number one, but they also should think this is a great marketing opportunity. And, listen, you could break me down 100 different ways of what I am. I'm a marketer. This is a great time to experiment, offer something for free, get them in, get them hooked on it. And then once we get back to normal life, and I'm hoping that's relatively soon, then there's a charge that you can pay for this thing. So we're interesting times that we're living in terms of marketing, technology, entertainment, keeping sane, actually.
So folks, if you're looking at cutting that cable bill, their services, it sounds like they're out there for very minimal charge, if not for free, like Tubi. And I noticed, like my cell phone carrier, they're giving me a year free of Disney Plus. And a lot of people didn't know that.
Verizon Wireless, they did that. Verizon was really smart to partner with this thing. Todd, you and I were talking, I think I hopped on your program a few days ago with some other opportunities about companies having empathy. We talked about Xfinity and Xfinity Wi-Fi. If you pay your Xfinity, bill, you automatically are allowed to, use the Xfinity Wi-Fi services. And the way it works is they're free, let's put it this way, there are public Wi-Fi hotspots.
Right.
So many people in Houston, in this case, have an Xfinity box. And so what they're doing is they're creating its own network from my house to somebody else's house. Now, granted, it is secure. That's why you need a password on your own personal Wi-Fi. But you had to be an Xfinity subscriber and pay anywhere between, $50, $60 to $250 a month. For the time being, Xfinity Wi-Fi is free to people. You can log on. So if you're out there in and around the Houston area, and actually maybe around the country too, turn on your Wi-Fi. And maybe in your neighborhood, it may be near a shopping center if you want to do a little walk around. Look for the Xfinity Wi-Fi SSID, which is the network, and most likely they should not be offering or asking for any passwords right now. That, to me, phenomenal. Good job, Xfinity. You're showing some empathy right now, letting people actually hop on the internet without cost.
Michael, we appreciate you giving us some of these ideas here, some great cost-saving tips for folks at the time when a lot of us are needing these cost-saving tips. I know your show's live tomorrow. We're going to have someone from HCC on there to update our operations to make sure our students, faculty, staff, and the community know that we're ready. We're getting ready to go back in classes on Monday, and we'll be talking about that on your show tomorrow. And next week, I'd like to talk to you. We touched on it briefly earlier this week, but cleaning our devices, disinfecting our laptops and our cell phones and all that stuff. We want to talk more about that next week as well. So I know you've got a lot that you've been doing on that.
We got a lot of content, Todd, and people are really learning if they just put their foot into technology or their toe in the water the past few years. They're diving in head first right now. I'm here for you. I got good information. You're doing a great service here with your HCC streams. And again, tomorrow, 20 years, I continue it. It's the High-Tech Texan show. I know I look forward to speaking with some of your reps. It's 11 o'clock in the morning Central Time on 9:50 a.m. and worldwide on iHeartRadio. So I appreciate the time.
We appreciate you joining us and our partnership. Once again, Michael Garfield, the High-Tech Texan from 950 KPRC Radio, joining us today. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us in our inaugural 1 p.m. show. We're going to be doing this for the time being, at least while we're going through this remote situation that we're in during the COVID crisis. We want to bring you all the news for HCC, and we're also taking your comments below. Register them below in the comments. We'll address those through our social media, and we'll also be back Monday morning at 10 a.m. Have a good weekend. Try to enjoy yourself. If you can get out to the park, try to do so, and we're going to get through all of this together. Thanks for joining me on Up to the Minute today. I'm Todd Duplantis, and I'll see you next time.